What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Miles Cunningham. I am here with Rashida Lucario from RKT Appraisals. I always forget to put the banner up. I'm gonna put the banner up in a second. What's going on with you though?
Not much, man. Not much, man. Another day. Another day.
Right. How's business doing with RKT?
Not too bad, man. Can't complain, man. We've always growing and everything like that, so can't complain, man. This is all right.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Because look, I've been watching the news and they talking they talked about how Procter and Gamble is raising prices on like household things like, toothpaste and paper towel and diapers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like inflation is crazy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people losing their job because of these mandates and shit. Like, man, it's really time to pay attention to some money. Like, this is why we do this show. You know what I'm saying? Anybody listening, man? That's why we do the show, because the world is only, it's moving, and you gotta either be on pace or you gotta always you gotta play catch up. You feel me? So if you're not in a space where you making a certain type of bread, or you know where your money's coming from, then you need to situate that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do the show. We talk about different ways to get your money right. Talk about, what's going on in society as far as money's concerned, and certain different things, how to maintain structure, how to, strategize, and how to have game when it comes to this money shit. You feel me? So you had a topic for today. What was the topic you wanted to get on today?
Today's topic is really primarily focusing on just time management in general, but mainly small businesses and entrepreneurs using your time efficiently. Because money is time, and time is money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you're not using it properly, you're losing a whole lot of one or the other. You know what I mean? Or both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. That's facts. If you're not using it right, you're leaving money on the table.
Exactly.
That's facts. Yeah, man.
So,
all right.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, to kind of start off, what I always say with small businesses are using your time efficiently and setting expectations with your clients.
Right.
It's one of those things where a lot of times small businesses, everybody's hyper, and happy. And it's a great thing that to start your own business or your small company, it's great. You took the first step. You went through a lot of things to get the business licenses and things like that and get everything going. Right. But the next step is really just running your business efficiently, man, because if you're not using your time properly, like I said, you're wasting time, which in turn is wasting money. Right. What do I mean by that? If you have a business and you don't have proper calendars and proper alerts and proper follow-up with customers, it causes you to waste more time because you're doing what's called a lot of rework. And rework is something where if you don't do something right the first time, and you got to go back and literally rework it,
Right.
And so it's crazy, man, because, if you're a person where you meet with a person, say, you have we use my business, for example, where, I reach out to clients and I set times and schedules with them, and I have a half an hour to 45-minute window to go over everything I need to go over.
Right.
If I do not use that time or prepare prior to it to make sure I hit all topics, set up what I'm going to talk about and the order I'm going to talk into it, what'll happen is I'll forget something. So, for example, if I have a client that I'm going over their credit and I forget to touch on one particular topic, I miss that topic. So therefore, the next time that I meet with the client, I have to go over that topic or reschedule another meeting based on something I missed. Right. So that means that the rate that we're charging on an hourly basis, now I'm getting half of that because now I got to waste more time doing that, hence losing more money, which I could be using that time for something else.
Thanks.
So that's the message that I want to tell people, because I mean, if you're inefficient, man, you lose all kinds of hours. By the time you're done, if you're inefficient and you're running a small business, you'll be making $5 an hour by the time it's all said and done. If you're wasting time doing a lot of rework, missing certain things. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over today.
Right. Facts. Nah, using your time wisely is important, man. And in a especially when you have a business where you have to work directly with your clients. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's reworking shit, time management, and all of that stuff kind of works together, because if you mess something up, you can't always charge your client again. You understand what I'm saying? Because the client, because I mean, some lawyers do that shit. You know what I mean? They fuck something up and they got to do more work, and the lawyer's like, look, you got to pay for my time. So in some professions, it might work out for you, but in most professions, if you got a smart client, or if your client is with it, you know what I'm saying? If your client is paying attention to everything, they looking at you like, man, you did that already. I already paid you for that one. You understand? So you can't charge me again for the same shit. You understand? So if you're not prepared, if you're not doing your research, if you're not if you don't have a certain level of expertise and experience in your field, and you gotta do stuff again, that's time you're taking away from getting new business. That's time you're taking away from providing quality work for your client, because let's face it, so many things today, like you got Yelp, you got Google, everything got reviews, everything on Amazon got reviews, right? So when you do good work, you get good reviews. But when you do shitty work and you got to do stuff over and you got to charge extra and this, that, and the third, other people, clients that you haven't even got to yet, are going to hear about your service. You understand? And that's gonna make an impression on the level of quality of service that you provide. So it's very important. Time management is very important. All these things are very important. You understand what I'm saying? Did you have anything else about how to run an optimal business as far as time management?
Yeah, I mean, some good pointers I always tell people in terms of time management is, one, creating actual folders for your emails for exact clients, and actual setting alerts for those reminders for follow-ups.
Right.
So definitely using your calendar heavily. I recommend using, your laptop calendar, your cell phone calendar, your tablet calendar, also, the old-fashioned big calendar. Reason why I say that is because one of the top 5 contributing factors of why businesses fail is horrible time management, which is a tremendous loss of money. So really just setting those type of things, as well as, like I said, preparing by actually writing down and noting what exactly you want to go over with your particular client.
Right.
And then in terms of the email format, just making sure you're sending everything in email and writing, and making sure you're having templates pre-set up. Because if you're doing a business, likely you're looking at a set of type of clients, they're not going to really change. So You should not be wasting time recreating new emails all the time. You should have basic templates for different scenarios to make it smooth. Because if you continuously rewrite every single time, I mean, you could be wasting 10, 15, 20 minutes extra. You get 10, 15 clients over time. That's a few hours of time that's gone that you actually lose, that you'd be working on somebody else.
Right.
So those are kind of some of the main tips, as far as time management, where it's crucial and it really affects how you do your business.
Exactly.
And I guess the other part of the topic I want to go over is just setting expectations, man. I mean, setting expectations for people is a huge part of time management. Yeah. Reason why I say that is, if you have a conversation with somebody, for example, we'll use my business as well, where I'm going over life insurance and a life product. If I set a consultation with someone, do the consultation, and I tell them the next time we talk, make sure you have all your documents. I set the tone. I tell them, email me all the documents you need. If I need, any medical bills, whatever I need, email it to me at least a week prior to us meeting again, or if it's a week, 3-4 days prior to us meeting, and then at the same time, I set a reminder for myself to remind them. Because what will happen is, if I don't do that, I don't remind them, they forget, because we all human, people forget. We get to meet, they're missing documents, then I got to reschedule the meeting, which means that I got to move the place of another appointment, which means I lose money, or I just got to do something else and I just lose that time. So it's also just crucial in setting expectations and understanding that whoever you're dealing with, you got to let them know what to expect. You know what I mean? And that's not just small businesses. That's everything in life. If you look at it right now, the way America is going is no one set expectations. Nobody really does their job. You know what I mean? Because how many times do you walk out of certain places not knowing what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, you go somewhere, you go to the doctor's office, they don't really tell you much. They say just arrive at this time. They don't tell you what to do, preventative measures. Like, setting expectations is massive, man. I mean, that takes up a huge amount of time. Because if someone doesn't know, then you have people calling you, harassing you. If you don't set expectations for clients, they'll call you for 8,000 questions. But had you addressed those questions ahead of time, you wouldn't have to waste your time answering those questions or responding back to them. Because that's the other thing with small businesses. You have to respond to people, especially when people email you, because email is real documentation that, hey, I try to contact you. you can't dispute that. You can dispute a phone call, but you can't dispute an email. So it's one of those things where you really gotta set things the right way appropriately and really let people know and stay on top of your game.
Right. Another thing I wanted to talk about is figuring out ways to leverage time. You understand? And what I mean by that, what comes to my mind when I say that is like in terms of marketing, right? So you have a lot of these tools on Facebook, Instagram, and these social media platforms where you can set up, keywords for searches for people to find your website. You can promote an ad on Instagram or promote a post on Instagram that serves as a commercial, cause when you be scrolling through Instagram and you see where it says sponsored, and though how they use the cookies. So if a person searches, so for example, if a person is if Rashidi sets up an ad on Instagram, right, and a person uses their phone to search life insurance policies or whatever, right, and then so next time because of the cookies and because of the searches between Google, YouTube, Instagram, and all of these things, what happens is the next time the person is on Instagram, they'll see Rashidi's ad pop up for RKT appraisals. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's a video or a picture or whatever. But the point is that that's literally, because the thing is, how long does it take to create a post? Like to do a 30-second video. Hey, you put it up to the screen, you put the phone up, you record yourself saying, hey, visit RKT appraisals for the best services in, life insurance and so on and so forth, and debt and credit repair. Boom. And then that's literally 15 seconds. And then it takes another 5 minutes to post it up on Instagram and then turn it into an ad. You understand? Mm-hmm. And then you put some money on that, which is another thing. You have to have a marketing budget and things like that. So then you put that on Instagram. And so that took all of 10, 15 minutes to do. But now it's automatically advertising to people who are searching for your services. You get what I'm saying? So that is a way to leverage time, right? Where it's kind of like being in multiple places at once, where you could be talking to a client, but your ad is posting on Instagram or Facebook right now, getting you more business. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I say this is because since money is time, we also have to consider not being cheap about time and money. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is be willing to spend time on quality marketing. Be willing to spend time, have a marketing budget, and be willing to spend money on marketing. Because what happens with a lot of us is that, we have a small business, and we know we're just starting off. We know we basically broke. It's like, man, I'm trying to make this money. So every time we make $50, $100, couple $100, it's like we want to put as much as that money in our pocket as possible. You understand? But the thing is that just like how you have to save for taxes and you have to save, to pay yourself, you have to save to pay your employees, and you have to save to keep the lights on. Marketing is also very important. You understand? Don't neglect marketing, because marketing is the thing that with the advent of new technology, you can literally leverage time, meaning that it only takes 15 minutes, if that, to set up an ad, right? But after you set it up, you can let it run for a whole month. You understand? So for the next 30 days, you're not running around talking, but there's a video of you running around talking, and that's leveraging time. That's getting you more business into the, bringing more people to see your stuff, more people to see what's going on with your business. You understand? So this is why it's important to use social media, to use advertising, because look, if Google and all of these big companies is going to use our personal information to direct us to buy shit, then we should use that too. You understand what I'm saying? We should also use the same type of services. And that's exactly what it is. You understand? Because look, sometimes even when I just say it, I'm chilling talking with my girl about, I don't know, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And I swear the phone must be listening, because the next time I go on Instagram, I see Tony the Tiger waving at me while I'm scrolling through. And I'm like, God, what Dave must have been listening to me, bro. Like, seriously. You understand? But again, all conspiracy theories aside, the point of the matter is the technology is out there for us to use. You understand? And with that being said, I also pulled up an article that has the top 10, productivity and time management apps for small businesses. So I'm gonna just go through them real quick and talk about their features real quick. So the first one they have on here is Monday.com. So you go to the website where it manages tasks. It manages tasks. You got calendars, and then you have things where you can set up. It's color coded, and so everybody on the team can see what tasks need to be done, and when tasks get completed, or you also see the status of each task. So if a task is 50% done, you see that on there, and everybody has access to it, and everybody can see what's going on and which tasks are it's kind of like project management. You understand, between teams, right? And you have another one called Smartsheet, and all of these apps you can go to the app store in your phone. Whether you got an Android, go to the Google Market, or if you got a iPhone, go to the App Store. We got Smartsheet, which is the same type of thing, where they got project management, calendars, and charts and shit. You know what I'm saying? To empower the team. We got something called Wrike, WRIKE. This is an intuitive web-based task management software. Like, a lot of these are about task management. You understand? Because a lot of times, like Rashidi was saying, we have things that we need to do, and then sometimes something we could forget about something, or something could get missed. With these type of apps, you get to list everything, and then they show you the things that you need to do. Another one called ClickUp. That's number 4. You could manage all your tasks in one place, automatic import from other apps and calendars, and you can break down larger projects into simple tasks. And and that's another important thing too. Always consider the idea that at any given time, we can only do one thing at a time. You understand? So even if you consider yourself to be multitasking, you can still only do one thing at any given time, right? So what you want to do is, sometimes things are very large. Like, projects can get huge. You know what I'm saying? But what you want to do is you want to break it down. So say something takes 10 hours, right? And you have a week or so to finish it, right? What you want to do is every day, right? You want to give 2 hours to that thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, because, a lot of times when we break things down, it helps with, sometimes because it can feel overwhelming if you have a 10-hour project to do. You understand? But if you say to yourself, look, within the next week, I'm going to take 5 days out the week, and each day I'm going to utilize 2 hours, and I'm going to dedicate to that thing. You understand? So you could do 2 hours for that project, then an hour or an hour and a half, or 2 hours for another project, 2 hours for marketing, 2 hours for this, 2 hours to call clients, whatever. You understand? But the point is, you're breaking things up, right? And so things are not so overwhelming anymore. And you spread things out, and you create progress and proficiency, throughout the course of the week. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another important thing with time management, to understand that, we can't do more than one thing at a time when it comes down to it. Right. So you want to break things up where you give a certain amount of time to each thing. Right. That's why they created hourglasses. Like, I don't know if, I don't know if anybody know what that is, because I'm an old man, and hourglass is old technology, but it's basically the same type of thing. You can simulate an hourglass by put the timer on your phone and put an hour into the timer on your phone, right? And say, look, I'm gonna work on this thing for an hour. And when that hour's up, it's done. You move on to something else. You understand what I'm saying? And then you revisit it the next day, or the next scheduled day that you have, to put towards that thing. So number 5 is Ring Central. Same type of thing, task management. Number 6 is FreshBooks. This is same type of thing, project management and time management. Function Fox, simple task management tools for organizing your workflow. HubSpot is a project and task manager to accelerate productivity. And then I think that was number 8. That was number 8. Yeah. So they said the top 3 is Smartsheet, Monday, and Rike. You understand? So, go check those apps out and, try to utilize them in your business. And if not, definitely use calendars. And most of our smartphones today come with a calendar. You understand? And another thing you could consider too is you can also share calendars with your clients. Like you could use Google Calendar, and you can set up an appointment, like set up a time to call, or set up a time to meet. You understand? And you can share the task with your client, so they know, hey, we're gonna meet at 2, or we're gonna have a call meeting or a FaceTime or a Zoom at 2:00 to discuss whatever we have to discuss. There's also an app called Calendly. It's like calendar, but with an LY at the end, so it's called Calendly. And I actually use that to schedule my Miles Cunningham 60-minute consultations with people who want to talk about life and dealing with women and things like that, and sometimes business as well. And the cool part about Calendly is that you can set it up to get paid for your consultations. You understand? So because of course sometimes we do free consultations, but there are other times where you have to get paid for your time. So with Calendly, you can set it up where and you can put the times that you're available each day of the week. And so your clients could come onto the website and literally click the time that they want. And you can set it up for half an hour, 60 minutes, 2 hours, whatever you want. You can customize pretty much everything. And what happened is you get an email and your client gets an email. You understand? And you get their phone number. So you know that you're supposed to call this client at that particular time. And then you've already gotten paid, for that consultation call. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another way to do it. So that's Calendly, right? But yeah, man, it's technology's out there. So use it. There's really no reason that you should be missing stuff. There's really no reason why clients should be looking at you like you're inefficient. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of different things to help you do shit. And if you ain't got access to all that shit, pen and paper is still a good option. You understand? Write shit down. Mm-hmm. Pen and paper. You understand? Don't be afraid to write shit down. Like, do what you got to do to make sure you maintain what you have to maintain, your time management, and provide, train yourself to provide good service for your clients, because that's how businesses survive. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, some great topics, Miles. Some great topics, man. Like, the key takeaway, of course, is time management, because time management runs definitely into how you run your business, and how you use your time dictates everything about your time. You know what I mean? Right. And efficiencies, if you wasting an hour doing something that you be doing in 20 minutes, that's time. Which time is money. That's why they say work smarter, not harder. Right. That's exactly what you want to do. To go back to your points, Miles, where you're bringing about with the Facebook ads. I myself has used it, and that's exactly the formula right there, where I take the 10 to 15 minutes to create a video, mm-hmm. and then it's pennies on a dollar to create a Facebook ad, and that's working for you. So you get a lot of time back, because you're out there sending a message instead of taking a half an hour and doing that video every single day. That video is circulating and using time all throughout for the whole month for a minimal cost. Exactly. That's why, like you said, Miles, you got to take the time and make time for time. Believe it or not, if that makes sense. Where you dedicate that 15 minutes for that, dedicate time to go over what you need to get better and efficient on, making time for everything, to keep making sure you're always utilizing your time the right way. Because trust me, man, how you go about your day is everything, man. Everything you don't plan for, you don't time for, throws you off and waste more time for you, hence costing you more money. Because if you waste time doing a certain thing, you might forget to do one other thing to get you to make more money. You know what I mean? Like, you might lose time at doing something that you need to study for a test, and pushing it back when you're ready for a test to get another license, losing more time and more money, losing out. Time's not a game, man. Like my pops would say, man, time waits on nobody. Mm-hmm. So use your time wisely. That's definitely my message right there.
And also in a general sense, we also have to remember to make sure that we create a certain balance in life, right? In life, because as entrepreneurs, a lot of times we want to just grind, and it's like, yeah, you got to grind, you got to get your business off the ground, you got to make that money, but at the same time, if you're not healthy, if you're not healthy mentally, physically and emotionally and spiritually, you might not be able to perform optimally. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not happy, if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to perform. You understand? You're not going to be able to do what you need to do for your clients anyway. So just like how you schedule in time to work on projects and this, that, and the third, you make sure you schedule time to sleep. Make sure you schedule time to eat healthy meals. Make sure you schedule time to, exercise, work out, take a walk, do something, for your heart. You understand what I'm saying? Take time out to talk to family, take time out to spend time with your friends. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have to create a certain level of balance. Yes, hustle is hustle. We got to hustle. Nobody's disputing that, right? But if you're not happy, then, especially if you work in the type of business where you have to interact with people, you understand? You want to consider taking time to, like I said, talk to your friends and your family, right? Because when you continue to maintain a certain level of, social, social acumen or social, like a high level of a social IQ, meaning that you know how to relate to people. It helps in your business overall. Because, for example, like if you go visit your sister. And like, for example, me, I have a sister and I have a nephew, right? So I go visit my sister, or I get on the phone and I talk to my nephew, I talk to my sister. And sometimes, look, it sounds weird, but sometimes you got to practice talking to toddlers. You understand? No, seriously, right? Because you think about it, it's not every day you talk to a 5-6-year-old, right?
True.
But let's just say you're meeting up with a client and they bring their kid with them. Like, you want to show the client that you're a likable person, that you know how to relate to a small child as well as an adult, right? So they come, you meet, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? And then you can't act like the child is not there. You understand? You say what's up to the kid, like, hey, this is your son. Oh, he's a handsome boy. What's his name? Kevin. Oh, cool. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? How's school? Everything good? You being a good boy? You taking care of mommy? All right, good. Be a good boy. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to maintain that type of social, intelligence by interacting with your own friends and family. You feel me? And so those type of things are very important. So you have to have some type of balance. Yes, tip the scales a little bit to increase the hustle. Don't get me wrong. You understand? But you're still a human being. You're still a person. You still have to eat, sleep, take a shit, brush your teeth, wash your ass. You understand what I'm saying? Because trust me, no client wants you running up on them with bad breath, talking about, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, chill, my nigga. Like, stop. I got to get me a new insurance carrier because you got halitosis. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of yourself. You got to make time to work out, stay healthy, so you can actually perform at an optimal level to maintain not just a quality of a good quality of business, but a good quality of life. You understand? Because as a business provider, you are a part of your client's quality of life. You understand? So you want to maintain a high quality of life for yourself. So when you interact with them, you can also either maintain or elevate their quality of life as they do business with you. You see what I'm saying? So time management is important for all type of things. You understand? So it's like I said, like, make a schedule, use the, they have these things in the phone called reminders, right? They have in the iPhone, they have something called reminders. They have notes, and they also have calendars in these smartphones, and they have all those apps that I told you about. And whatever app that I didn't talk about that you think might help you, get on these app stores and search for it. You understand? Because if you can think it up, more than likely there's an app for it. And shit, if there's not an app for it, that's a whole new business for you, right? You be like, yo, I need an app to do this, but it don't exist. Well, shit, there you go. There go $1 million idea right there. You see what I'm saying? So make time for everything, man. Make time to talk to your God, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Make time to eat right. Make time to exercise. Make time to hustle hard. And make time to still be a human being at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Time management, for real.
I agree, man. Yeah. So I guess, my final message is time is money. So definitely treat and respect time just the same way you respect money, because they're both interchangeable. They're both equal, you know. So you don't want to lose both. You don't want to lose time and money. You put you in a dangerous spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, yo, that's pretty much it, man. So make sure y'all get at Rashidi at RKT Appraisals 973-420-5028. Anything else you want to say, Rashidi, before we bounce?
Nah, man. Just manage time. That's a key thing. Just pay attention to time. That's my main message.
Is there any new things going on at RKT Appraisals? Any specials? Any discounts on credit repair services this month or anything like that?
I mean, this month we definitely focus on credit, and life insurance month was last month. So we're definitely doing a lot of things. We're going over in-depth stuff for life insurance, and we are going to give a little bit of discounts for credit repair, especially if you have a family. So if it's a husband and wife, we're giving discount combos and stuff like that right now, because I've noticed that getting a lot of couples and things of that nature. So we're definitely giving combo packages where if you want to bring on other family members, we'll definitely reduce the price a good amount of money to help out and help both parties.
Facts. Okay, that's what's up. So get at RKT Appraisals, rktappraisals.com, 973-420-5028. And it's your boy Miles Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna be here next week, Wednesday, 4:00. All right. So we appreciate y'all, and peace. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.